is where they want to bounce back from the match we saw earlier. Already, Trapwire going to be distracted, taken down without any players being caught in the crossfire. Good trade out as Runner takes over control of the market, trading out the mid lurk from Sayf, and they're even pushing aggressively in towards the spawn. Vitality not content with the site control. They want to fight all the way through and isolate some of these duels, but there's a few more KOI players than they'd anticipated. Now it's a 3v2.
A lot to try and hold on to here. Grouping up the side of KOI, the Boombot already going to give them quite a bit of information. Nade to clear the close corner as well, but that flash is sublime from Kicks. His Sky has looked fantastic and evening up that scoreline. They've got to peek this in case they're defusing, and Camo now into the 1 versus 1, leaving it onto the youngsters to fight this one out to see you.
For now with 4 players. A trap going to be easily destroyed. The information given away. The reaction from KOI is instantaneous, pushing up on B main to seize this control as they look to fight their way to at least maintaining another angle. They can blitz back in on B. The problem is they've been isolated, they've been grouped up, the nade's done damage. And so is sheydos. Grubinho, sure he'll make it past the trap that's no longer up, but it's more about getting out of these angles, getting away from these players who are hunting him down so quickly. They knew where Sayf was. They weren't able to deal with
what we saw. Viper's Pit, like doing comp, early push though, fast pace out of Runner.
Yeah, unfortunately no one's there to break that trap, so it's going to cost him a couple seconds as he's stunned up and now taken down. Grubinho with a quick kill. The showstopper finds absolutely no value in round number 5 for Vitality. They need someone else to step it up. The plan coming in from ceNder isn't exactly going to shift the sands of time in their favor. Not when KOI still have that man advantage to work with. And a flank on the way from Grubinho quite far away.
Safe as well though. That's the man that you always have to be careful of, because he's looking to cut off anybody that's going to be in that position. Now the one thing with Grubinho, well, I was going to say he could TP, but actually he can't. So he'd have to break the trip if he wants to get through it, and that's the information over.
Yeah, that was it. The fact that he didn't have that online late certainly doesn't help, but Safe's lurk, like you said, Tom, they're not giving up either, knowing that there's an op on the other side. This is a weapon they definitely want out of his hands. They'll get a chance, and they'll find it.
Theory, TP past this. Instead, are they going to use the Viper's Pit? I saw Sayf tempted. He really wants to lock this down, and they forgot about Runner! He went into the side at the beginning of the round, they forgot about him!
Yeah, that is a pretty big blindside for KOI. A player just sat there, they have no idea. He's able to even double up on the kill. Understandable. Vitality, run away with it.
No, not even in the pistol round. I don't think there was much. Oh, that was a 1v1. That was the closest round.
There we go.
Pistol round. Other than that, it's all gone wrong in Starzo. You can see him in his chair. He's just like, I can't believe what he's just done. He just walked through a poison orb, killed him instantly. It's ridiculous.
I mean, the timing couldn't have been worse either. Camo, nice shot, and Runner's just taken 2. Oh, that's devastating. Vitality, 4 versus 1. sheydos, hey.
In 5 seconds, successful for them in the majority of matches they played, and a showstopper out. Nightfall's good, and Runner's killed himself. That's what it takes. It's a trade in the opening duel, and they will be able to even things up once again. A lot of low players, Kicks, tagged still within the early fight, and they know exactly where they are. An afterplant, though, inevitable. There's not going to be anything they can do to stop it.
Yeah, the realization was there from the side of Vitality that this was a big stack coming out of KOI. Curious, because so many rounds have been A plays that they decide to fight mid, stack back to B in the end. And now they're left retaking the A site. Not a lot to work with on the way back through. Again, we had Rolling Thunder previously for Shadow, but he's dead, so that's not going to be online.
TP again.
Grubinho, yeah, you're right. No Shrouded Step to work with. He's going to have to just destroy this cam, play it like a normal agent, and they're ready to fight this now. 2 players on the corner. Good flash, good swing, nice and easy. It's traded out, the work done by Camo as Sayf falls. No Viper to play with afterwards. That spike being diffused spray is good, but now they've got to wildly spam and hope. It's tough. I don't know what you do say as a coach in this position. Pull your players back into it.
Oh, they're going to hit the second one. There's not really anybody to actually deal with it on the cross, though. They have the trips there, but no one who can actually react off it. Re-aggression in towards the market. And they gambled on the wrong side again. Camo, though, okay. It's looking like we might finally have something to write home about for KOI. He's managed to find a double opener, has the showstopper. Rolling Thunder will clear out the angles. Still a post-plant to deal with, though.
Oh, a nasty corner for Kicks, but they've managed to deroot ceNder, and they've spotted Kicks' barrel. This should be easy from here on out. Safe in a 1v5. Showstopper if they needed it, but they most certainly do not. Instead, they're just fighting him, and it's diffused. They've bought it.
It doesn't matter. Even if this map goes awry, it becomes irrelevant. Oh, they've started to really... Okay, we got there in the end. Not exactly the way I expected it to go. Sayf somehow still gets the kill onto starxo. And Runner is just full sprint. They've been marking this position for quite a while now. The TP is not going to work either. A little bit scruffy from the side of Vitality. I run into that trip again.
It's a much different look from them. A push from one player, two players up mid, the others going through to B. Much more scattered, much more scruffy, like you said. It's left them in a tough spot. No Rolling Thunder to break through. Kicks can play a little bit closer, but the cam spotted him. Has to be careful. Made it around the corner, but 3 players have been spotted. Dodges the stun. Flash ready. He can round it on the corner. Looks like he wants to take a kill first. Nicely done. Here comes the flash around the right side. It's not caught breach. Operator. Okay. An interesting take. A quick blitz out. Looks like Camo was into his best impression of Runner. He's gone blitzing side though, because if you sprint straight to the B site from here, they will be able to rotate in time. Instead, they send ceNder, ulted in, but this is not the full commitment. Viper's pit on mid, that's not the idea either. It's an A play. That's the long game that they're playing. I love this from Vitality. The traps being destroyed, the fact that ceNder's here, they assume that the rest of the squad is going to come barreling through B main, barreling through mid and market, and they'll be able to catch them off guard. But they could not be more wrong. The Viper's pit will make it very difficult to rotate back. They have to go all the way around through the spawn. Although the pit's actually dropped. Sayf pretend. Oh my God! Sayf's pretending that he's left this position. He's hiding in the corner now, but the player is coming on his right. Oh, he's seen the barrel. That timing just about worked out.
He's just playing mind games. That's half of what Sayf is doing throughout this match so far. Spotted out sheydos as well. Just needs to try and buy time for his teammates. And dealing with Sayf is something they need to do. Just letting him come in from the backlines in the last few seconds is not something you're going to be able to deal with. Trades coming out, Runner doesn't know the second player's there. sheydos coming in, has actually managed to find the cover, and he's going to go just for the defusal. He knows that Sayf is pretty far away, just trying to stick it all the way, pulls out his gun.
Quick sprint to make it here before. On the back of Camo, he's been very good in the opening fights. When he has a chance to take those duels. Ran into Sayf though, who immediately pops down his utility, slowing him. No way to go through that orb once the snake bite is down below. Deep nade with a stun from Camo. It could do some decent damage. I don't think it's made it quite far enough for a kill, but that certainly has. Good shot to Kicks, and he follows it up with Runner. Nade back online. And Sayf is going to have that to deal with fairly soon, but he's dropped the spike, meaning they have to push into him through his orb potentially. He's on the edge of it, swinging.
They're ready for it though. 3 players ready on this angle. Somehow Camo still wins that fight, and he takes down ceNder as well. What a double opener. They needed something in this round. You mentioned an ult. I feel like he's just gone nuclear himself. Didn't need any help. He's offset when landing. A lack of time on the clock for KOI, and actually, I thought Sayf for a second was going to go pushing through his own Viper Orb. Instead, he actually picks it up in front of his opponent, and nobody actually deals with him. Timing for Kicks not good though. Grubinho, a little bit of a cheeky playthrough, but they still got a couple of players to deal with. Make that just one. It's Sayf completely surrounded. The timing couldn't be.
The patient round, user numbers break through that gaps in the defense so far from most teams that we've seen play this.
Well, see you later.
That right there.
I will get in my cam to check if there's someone there.
That right there is Karmaton. You play those fast blitz round in the blast packs, you catch him off guard. sheydos got shot in the back a few times trying to run away. It's good to see Destrian blindsided by the same kind of play. Nice showstopper Camo on another. Vitality's numbers thin out, and Kicks was quickly rooted from the back of sight. This, and a lot of these rounds have been blink and you miss it. Immediate burst of action and a defensive squad left to save. It seems like we're in a similar spot again. Surely, Runner and ceNder, because they're sticking around. ceNder's going towards market. Are they going to go for this? 10-6 in the lead. I guess they're feeling it, but individually, KOI have been ahead in so many of these fights. Doesn't feel likely, and with Runner falling, even less so. ceNder may now be thinking about getting out, but that choice might not be his anymore.
Got to be careful, because guaranteed out. They will be 0-2. There is no way they could do this. Good start, though. An expectation on Camo. They've caught him finally.
KOI get there, and they start to seize back this control. This gap is perfect. The camera that was just being checked, was over towards B main, but it looks like still you're going to have the challenge coming through from Destrian. He spotted them, he knows there's players around this angle, but the communication, it wasn't there quick enough. cenDer's lost his life because of it, and now they're surrounded entirely, a player in their spawn even, but Runner is checking it. Showstopper popped, Spike protected, a rocket launcher, ensuring no one steps anywhere close. Grubinho's got a good spot to at least avoid that showstopper. Ults out, grabs the spike, and it's all a fake. Oh, but they're going to hear him drop. They're hearing him run away.
Gonna hear him run away, but that could all be bait. There's still a cam in B main, so at least for the defensive side, they're gonna know that they haven't at least gone in that direction, but well, I think it will very quickly be given away if it's checked, which it has been. So that's all the information they could ever need. Even still, though, I don't know how they've gone from this position of having that spike down, having everybody on one side, to now an afterplant for KOI.
It's a ludicrous recovery so far. It's not the round win just yet, but Vitality, I mean, they were tasting their first whiff of victory. sheydos down, that could bring them back in. 2 towards B main, Spike down in the open. Has to be tapped. There's nothing to block off sidelines for the side of Vitality. They need to force these players into fights. They've done well with the first. They know where Grubinho is, and they're closing the distance. Here they come swinging around the right
Of this defensive side, and Runner again, huge opener for him.
A big kill. Sayf put under pressure, but he's gone pushing. Moving into the angle instead. Yeah, it might not be the right call. Rolling Thunder. Has it caught Sayf? It's definitely caught the players in spawn! It didn't catch Sayf! Flawless to add insult to injury.
This is just unlucky.
They
picked up the orb just a few rounds, waiting for that peak. They know he's there, but he's still going to win the battle.
0 damage as well. Rounds the corner from the exploding boombot. Dropped the op on the other side. It is retrieved by Camo, who's been pretty unreal just with a rifle in hand. Now with a sniper, maybe. Yeah, there we go. We swap him back. I wasn't sure what kind of opping performance to expect. With the rifle back in hand, the round is still up for grabs.
Well, at the moment, it does seem like a fake comeback. As I said, I feel like any sort of warm-up for KOI might actually be more beneficial than just being boomed out of the server. Vitality came off the last match hot to try, even if it was a defeat to the side of Carmine Corp. And now with a build-up in towards this B site, one player on the site, but 2 very close by.
Yeah, make that 3. Not anymore. He's gone back to the other side of the map, but he's got the information, the quick recon used up, essentially. And they can play the retake. Viper's pit on Sayf to work with, used up top. This guy's got some interesting walls. It's to fight back out, to give them some space to work with, but he's tagged down to just 8 HP. For Sayf, I think that can be healed back up. Kick still has some regrowth, but the problem is they've lost players across the board, with Runner and Destrian no longer in the round, and this Viper's pit not making it all the way to the spike. There is still one hell of a fight on their hands for the side of Vitality, and that is one way to approach it. Not the right way, evidently, as he's fallen, and so too. It's not the end of the world, and it's certainly not lost for KOI yet. This was their map pick. And remember, Vitality decided to start in the attack, right? They got the best part out of the way. That one's going to hurt. At least Grubinho put his smokes down, but puts a bit of a timer on the round for KOI because those smokes are going to fade, and they ain't coming back this time. A plant at least for Shadow. The post plants now need to be taken. sheydos was hoping to flank, but he was caught, and that trap seeing him has ended his hopes and dreams with another advantage stacked up towards the side of Vitality. Sure, that Seize might buy a few seconds, but player it Seized is even inside the Trailblazer. Here comes a flash over top, and Camo needs to make a huge play. Around the edge, oh no! Good night, Shadow. Surely he's 1 HP. Okay, finally he'll fall. And with starxo left, 1v4, those spams better be godlike, because this round is gone.
See how if they can use the double flashes as successfully as Gentlemates did. Slightly different avenue of doing it. Kicks the Pistol King under pressure. He's going to deal with another. And in the meantime, his team have managed to get the spike down. Destrian in a pretty interesting position is being looked for. sheydos waiting for him. But this fight isn't actually going to garner too much just yet. The winner of it might just decide the round, and Destrian holding onto that position is going to cause so many issues. Look at where Sayf is as well. They're basically surrounded. They're looking to clear a site that has no one on it.
Yeah, it's a really nice idea as long as somebody can get there on time, and the Astra
One
buys you a
enemy
lot
remaining.
more time with those stars down, the global utility, so the defuse cannot be pulled.
Going to be able to set up a lot of that play. That's a double dink. That's a lot of damage done by Camo, even if he doesn't manage to get the kill. ceNder as well. This is not how you want to see it going for the side of Vitality. KOI already doing so much damage in this round. Rifle going to be retrieved, but Kicks is low, and he can't heal himself.
starxo's
One
crept into
enemy
the site,
remaining.
and it doesn't look like he'll really be
Down
needed.
B.
I have this spike.
Destrian last alive. Okay, starxo spotted. I was hoping he wasn't going to just take this fight. Instead, biding time for teammates to rotate in. Running that clock down for Destrian. That 1v1 timer ticking away, as there's going to be support pretty soon. Grubinho's the main man with the weapon in hand, but down to 20. Gonna be scratching their heads. Have KOI got a super passive setup? Well, they're about to find out that they don't. Camo quickly on a kill with that operator, and Shadow.
Instead, it seems like this might just end up as a retake on that A site and just holding in case they end up going B.
Yeah, good
30
positions from
seconds
KOI.
left.
I don't expect any individuals to be taking crazy fights with this setup. It seems to be posted for a retake regardless of where they go, unless it happens to be the angle that you were watching. Basically, that means starxo don't peek up top on bridge. Don't want to see him going down too early, but Destrian is the one peeking instead, getting insanely aggressive up in their face. starxo will pop a flash, but he's not dropping down. That space is being taken, seized by the other side. sheydos only just now getting there to clear around the corner. Sayf has fallen back though, behind the wood. He's looking for the headshot angle.
Last player
He's been
standing.
caught in the open. Grubinho down by the door, not expected. ceNder now with it all to do. He can isolate some 1v1s. He's done excellent to do just that, and he even knows where the last player is. He knows he needs it. Well, he won't.
I've got your trail.
No, he will not. He's been decimated. The rest of the team looking to make a fast push play in towards the site, but waiting for them is Camo once again. His operator devastating. And just look at where starxo is. A fallback here might not even be possible. They know that the players are still outside. Interesting he's actually used his ult there, if I'm honest. I don't think it was particularly necessary, but I guess Camo just confident that he's going to be able to earn it back and locking them into the site.
remaining.
starxo will
Spike
drop the spike
down,
in the spawn.
attacker spawn.
Destrian, well, they might have to put him back on Vitality. And also, he's been there pretty much every single round. Instead, the rest of the team, again, making their way through. Pop flash for starxo. Fragment in as well. It's actually the spam with a little bit of help. Or was that a snake bite? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. It could have been Grubinho. It makes sense if it was him just spamming. It was the right angle for it, but could have been a snake bite thrown through. He has none left in the utility belt. Either way, Vitality have called in that Viper's Pit. This could help out a lot. Pushing around the right side to get a spam isn't possible, and a Cosmic Divide covers off left. It's not possible, of course, because of Sayf. With that operator in hand, he's locking down the angle. And this gives them so much room to fight with, because the only real concern is that wrap that's no longer a concern while Sayf is alive. Although, the Viper's wall put in by KOI will buy them a little bit more of a sight line to work around. Grubinho now makes it up close, spots an op already inside of main, but they haven't found ceNder. He's been dancing through the pit, but he steps out of it. What? He messes up. Camo falling. Or Camo getting kicks, rather, and now moving his way over towards the spike. This is going to be tough for Sayf to find any. They know there's not much of a fight they can really put up on that angle. I think maybe the adaptation in the future will be Camo playing there to try and gate crash out of it, pick up one with the operator. And the other thing that's worth noting is ceNder. This guy had some really good lurks in previous matchups. 100 Fury used.
Okay, it's almost disruption while they try and deny the plant. Destrian again has done well. He's been in this position pretty much every single round, but he's still fighting back. The rest of the team have managed to get the plant in. But again, Grubinho is going to clear him out. Camo on the back, looking to come in to try and flank. Destrian has got his kill, but obviously that's after death. It's onto that null command. This is the timing. Kicks just looks around, but it's too little too late. Runner to try and do it all. He isn't going to be able to. At this point, 30 seconds left. The rest of the team are doubling back in the other direction. He's still holding it up, and starxo just goes walkabouts, though. He's given them the kill that they needed. Still Camo is here, but there you go. With the rifle in hand, Runner has found that entry, and there's no escape for Camo this time. Managing to isolate the jewels, the entirety of this defense has just fallen apart.
Yeah, and the op has nothing to do with it. It is very much down to individual duels taken. Patience by Vitality as starxo got a little bit overeager. It opens up the gap. Good night, and sweet dreams. Oh no! He's pulled out the knife. That's just disrespectful. The mind game's in play. Hit the morale. Hit him where it hurts. Only sheydos left.
Change the round. He waits a second. I think they take that round.
Player caught close. It's safe. The op trained in. Maybe a little bit too close to that cage. Couldn't see him emerge from the side. Tapping it now as the flash comes in from starxo. The attempt to punish. The spray is good, but he's caught. He's stuck in the corner. 21 HP. Flash is high. Destrian's also not going to be caught by it, but runner's gone down. Now a problem for the side of Vitality as they've ended up in a 3 versus 4. Recon through, but it's revealing kicks. It's putting him in a bad position. What? How does he win that? Spamming back for damage and catching Shadow, trying to take the fight in the open. The recon wasn't enough. That's crazy.
So low.
This time, unsurprisingly,
Just a slow down from the side. It's going to be an A-side take, but they may not realize how far both Destrian and Sayf have already got. Just a disgusting position already in play back towards that top mid spot. And well, no way Camo was looking for that. Maybe having a little peek around, but I don't think the expectation was there.
Got your trail.
I know you can't even be comfortable in just fighting through those doors. Knowing a player can be coming from behind. You see starxo trained in on the angle, waiting for a chance to take a pick and make this a workable retake. Don't think they'll be calling for a save last round of the half, but the chances are certainly pretty low emerging from that smoke. It's not the side that KOI would prefer.
No, I think that has been
Around, they get a chance to play more normal Valorant, let's say. No flash to be used, and actually Camo's already out. He used his gate crash to quickly close the distance, and a flash through the cage to fight on the back of it. At least seizes them the control to get a nice safe plant, but very quickly there'll be a duel here. Very late lurk by sheydos as well. Keep that in the back of your minds. 20 seconds later, we might see something from him, but there might be nothing left. Vitality already on the site. Grubinho in the corner. He's done so
run a lot of information already taken, but the main issue is kicks suppressed and alone within this site. Rotation only just coming through. Hoping for a little bit of luck. He does connect, but unfortunately it's onto the fake out.
Good little bit of a warm-up routine for him, at least, with a quick practice. Now, we saw the same position actually used by Logan against Vitality time and time again. sheydos seems to be bringing back some old memories for this Vitality squad with a quick lurk in, and okay, damage being done across the board. In fact, runner and safe combo, and they leave just Shadow because sheydos is so far away. It's a bit of deja vu for this man. At least he could scrap onto that angle. Nice shot for Shadow. The spray, though, it's a little too much towards default. The spike was planted slightly left of there. The pings must not have been on. Third kill for him, but it's all
very early rotation coming out of the side of Vitality to bolster up this defense.
Not something we see from them a lot, but so far KOI have been pretty direct in how they take these duels. Already eliminating kicks, runners quick to pull out the blades. He's looking for a target to take down. Still enough draft left to play with. Moving towards the left side. I thought he'd wait for Destrian, or Destrian would wait for him more so, but no. Going swinging into the angle, runner's able to quickly grab the trade. sheydos' lurk a little bit early, and ceNder was still trained in on the angle, but a good flank from Shadow. He's made it out alive. Kept this into a 2v2, and the spike will be picked up and planted, presumably. Grubinho, at least attempting it.
A lot easier said than done. Snakebite's is going to leave him stuck in the mud. Just trying to bait these players in, but they're already looking for the fight. It's going to be the trade out, leaving it into that 1 versus 1. But he sees the spike on the floor. Sayf doesn't really need to peek. This seems like they are well aware. He has been playing in the halls pretty much every single round. And Sayf alongside him. Grubinho just caught sleeping. They get both players and now reveal that the play was over onto that B side. I think it was meant to be a ruse because the spike was still over on A.
Which isn't a bad idea. We said they were very direct in most of the rounds, so this time they throw in a little bit of flair with a fake. Unfortunately, as we can see, that hasn't worked out to start with. Good damage though, ceNder down. Big utility to pull out of the round if they can manage it. Camo's gonna wait out the snake bite. And I still think the plan is to pop that flash, look for the play. Here it is, flash around, swing in, but Kicks was there. It's just too much time passed. Vitality have got plenty of players. The heal, though, the heal is coming through. sheydos has a real chance. Oh no! He whiffed the first, and the heal back up means that fight isn't as easy as you might expect. 90 HP still on ceNder. He's good for the first.
Go either way.
Look what KC Evan Martin playing the way that he is. Narrates had some insane games. I mean, I'm not going to be all too confident in them not winning at least one map out of a series, especially if KOI are playing like this. Luckily, I still have my Why Cry Spanish Casters sign. Bring that one back down.
I'm sure they appreciated that. Runner, there's the opener. They haven't been able to deal with this operator. They haven't been able to deal with a lot of things. The aggression paying off. And now 40 seconds left for them to now try and hightail it onto one of the sites. Seekers even going to give them up as well. 3 of the players trying to push up the top of mid. And well, the fact is the Seekers have given all that information away. The one lurk outside of that B site, the one that has the spike. And Sayf already getting the reveal. This is all but over. Just one man standing, Grubinho, with 20 seconds to try and clutch versus the entirety of this Vitality.